We've made it to the middle of the week. West Michigan, good morning. I'm Emily Scarlett.
You said the middle of the week. I keep thinking it's Thursday. I know that it's not. It's Wednesday. I know. Sorry, guys. I'm Tanner Holbrook. Thank you so much for waking up with us and watching on 13 Plus. Let's get right over to Chief Sam with a look outside. We got some sunshine in the forecast, and I did see the weather ball was red today, which means we are going to get warmer.
Thank goodness.
I know.
We can't going to be crazy warm outside by any means, but we'll have a lot of sunshine to go around, which should feel pretty good. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s along the lake shore and into the low 50s here inland. Hour by hour forecast shows that cloud coverage decreasing throughout the day today. Completely clear conditions by 6 o'clock tonight. Those clear skies will linger into early tomorrow morning, so it will be another cool start to our day with temperatures back down in the low 30s. And then throughout your Thursday, we expect some increasing cloud coverage late afternoon and into the early evening hours. And this comes out ahead of our next chance for showers and storms. Those thunderstorms are expected to roll through overnight Thursday and into early Friday morning. The initial batch potentially featuring severe weather. Coming up in my full forecast, looking at that severe weather risk and the timing of those two batches of storms. Hail embedded within the storms. Then there will be a secondary round of likely stronger storms that comes through in the evening hours on Friday, wrapping up by your early Saturday morning. The Storm Prediction Center has placed us in a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather, 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Storms possible again, timing wise, Friday morning and Friday evening. So there's 2 batches of storms that we'll be tracking. Hail for the first batch, hail and damaging winds for the second batch. As of right now, our tornado threat does look to be limited, which is great news, but that doesn't mean that those 2 concerns. Our forecast here shows that initial round of showers and storms pretty widespread across the state as that line moves through. Clears out of here, we're going to have those destabilizing hours of dry conditions all throughout the day on Friday. Southwesterly winds ushering our temperatures into the 70s, and then that secondary batch of showers as we head into your early Friday evening and wrapping up by early Saturday morning. The weekend forecast does have some caveats to it. I would say overall it looks to be mainly dry, but I have added a chance for some showers on Easter. It always feels so much better outside, and that will kind of be the case today. Temperatures will still be reading in the upper 40s to low 50s, but with ample amounts of sunshine across the region. We're at 36 degrees right now. You can see there's still a lingering cloud deck in Grand Rapids. We will continue on with chances for clouds throughout the day today. Those cloudy conditions will last, let's say, all of a few hours, maybe by 9 underneath a level 2 out of 5 concern for storms then. Let's start with today's forecast though. We're at 37 degrees this morning, off to a relatively mild start to the day, or at least seasonable temperature wise for our overnight low. 34 in Big Rapids, 38 in Muskegon, and 33 in Kalamazoo. We do still have a cloud deck overhead, which is really nice. It helped to preserve our temperatures a little bit. And the good news is that look at our surrounding areas, no clouds in sight. So throughout the day today, we're going to continue to see clouds breaking apart and sunshine taking hold. I'm starting to fine tune some of the details here. We're going to have 2 batches of storms, 1 in the morning hours and 1 in the evening hours. The morning batch of storms looks to feature impacts in the forms of hail potentially, and then the evening batch of storms would be a combination of strong damaging winds as well as the potential for hail. We're not completely ruling out the opportunity for a spin-up tornado, but a 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. The 2 modes that I'll be watching closely, when I say modes, the type of severe weather that we'll be watching for is hail and damaging winds. I don't want to rule out the chance for a spin-up tornado, but it certainly looks to be lower on the threshold. And these storms, they arrive early Friday morning, so a bit different timing than what we're typically used to. We will still see that evening batch of storms, but there is going to be the additional opportunity for some thunderstorm activity 4 a.m. continuing on until about 9 a.m. Then we get a period of dry conditions. Our temperatures start to make their way into the 70s as we reach your Friday afternoon. And that warmth is going to contrast with the cold front that's moving through by the time we hit around 7 o'clock on Friday evening and generate our secondary round of storms. That round could potentially feature both hail and damaging winds. It clears out of here by Saturday for severe weather in the outlook and a few chances for rain headed into the holiday weekend, but the next 48 hours look really pleasant and quiet. Our live look over Grand Rapids this morning, really nice outside. We've got a little bit of a cloud coverage base right now that is expected to break apart over the next several hours. But because we have the area of clouds, our temperatures are fairly mild. We're sitting in the mid-30s, would be much colder if we didn't have those clouds outside. 33 degrees for Big Rapids and 37 in Muskegon. As for our satellite and radar, this is the only clouds we're expected to see throughout the day today. We have a lot of sunshine off to the west of us. That's all going to build into the forecast, bringing mostly sunny skies. To contribute to the busy morning from the weather department today, we have pretty much quiet skies across the region. Temperatures sitting at 37 degrees downtown Holland. You can see we still have a cloud deck overhead. Those clouds will break apart late morning and into early afternoon hours, and then we set up for a really pleasant Wednesday in sight. Still needing the jacket this morning. 33 degrees in Big Rapids, 35 in Grand Rapids, and 37 in South Haven. Temperatures throughout the day. I will say, pretty typical for us here in West Michigan, that the evening batch will likely contain some stronger cells than the morning round of storms do. But hail, that's actually going to be the main concern come Friday morning. And then the combination of strong damaging winds and hail come Friday evening. You need to make sure you're checking in for updates. The one thing that I am liking to see in the latest runs is that our tornado threat is lower than it was on March 30th. That's not to say we can't rule out an isolated tornado. That could still be a possibility in any severe thunderstorm, but right now, strong damaging winds and hail look to be the predominant threats. Temperatures to make their way into the upper 40s to low 50s. Tonight, we fall back down into the low 30s, and then we make it into the mid 60s by tomorrow afternoon with winds kicking up out of the south. That's what's going to usher in our warmer forecast, but it's also going to set the stage for our first round of strong storms that's likely moving through early Friday morning. Storm Prediction Center has us placed underneath a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. That is a slight risk, that 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. It's going to be the potential for hail in this first initial batch of morning storms, rolling in along the lakeshore right around 4 a.m. and then clearing the area by the time we hit about 9 a.m. Then there will be a period of dry skies, which we know is never great news for us here in West Michigan. It allows us to gain some steam, gain some energy, and re-destabilize the atmosphere for the afternoon batch of storms that's going to develop right along the cold frontal boundary that comes between 7 to 8 o'clock at night. Those storms could potentially cause damaging winds as well as hail once again. The weekend we have